Hey guys, it's Shantini. Today I'll be talking to you guys about climate change, the cause of it, negative and positive impacts it has on the earth, short-term and long-term effects, and many other interesting information. To start things off, climate change is the alteration of weather patterns that has the potential to bring devastation globally. This obviously affects our geographic environment, us humans, various species, and many more. Over the past years, researchers have been trying to discover the reasoning behind this phenomena, and one popular theory behind this is the combustion of fossil fuels used for various purposes. Fossil fuels are part of a hydrocarbon family and contain various biological materials that originate from the Earth's crust. They're primarily used for a source of energy varied from electricity generation to heating to transportation for cars. Various research studies show that the burning of these fossil fuels is indeed causing climate change, as copious amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases are being released into the atmosphere and trapping heat, resulting in rising sea levels, rising temperatures, torrential rainstorms, and etc. Examples of these fossil fuels include coal, oil, natural gas, and etc. Now we'll be moving on to some short-term effects of climate change. Temperatures are expected to rise significantly as the world is beginning to warm up from greenhouse emissions and will be to blame for heat waves, drought, severe rainstorms, and etc. Climate change will also be the leading factor for increased volcanic eruptions, which can cause the Earth's climate to change temporarily and displace people and animals, forcing them to relocate. Additionally, this will cause a change in ocean and air currents. Ocean currents, which are formed or caused by winds, can affect the climate of nearby islands or countries, bringing strong winds. Air currents, which are caused by temperature change, affect the quality of air. Moving on to long-term effects of climate change, the world will become increasingly warmer and wetter, making for potential of foodborne and waterborne illnesses, which can possibly cause death. People will need to be extra vigilant on the food they eat, as it may be contaminated. There will be a decrease in sea ice and an increase in permafrost thawing at an alarming rate due to milder temperatures. Furthermore, there will be a loss of species, either going extinct or having to migrate elsewhere, as most of them fail to adapt to these changes in the climate. These may cause animals difficulty to find their food. Although climate change is negatively impacting our environment and climate, there are some positive things that we would benefit from. For instance, the melting of the ice may make it easier for northern desolate regions like Nineveh to get access to resources that they need but previously couldn't get. Companies can now easily ship their products to these regions instead of flying in their products and raising the cost of these products. As temperatures begin to steadily rise, it will increase the growing season in many areas, including Ontario. Agriculture has been on decline for the past years now, and now that temperatures are rising, it will become a more sustainable field as there's going to be an obvious demand for food. New crops can be introduced and will additionally encourage people to join agriculture. Another major plus from climate change is that the substantial rain that we get in the near future may turn deserts into forests or gain the ability to grow trees. The more trees that are planted, the more oxygen that will be released onto the atmosphere and help combat climate change. Countries have been attempting to combat climate change before it gets worse by looking for resources to replace fossil fuels, as it is the leading factor for the contribution of climate change. These countries have been promoting and encouraging the use of renewable energy to replace the use of fossil fuels. This not only will purify the air, but will also create more jobs helping their economy. In conclusion, climate change is altering our environment in both negative and positive aspects. Reducing climate change is vital and essential for our environment. Any small difference will make an impact on our world. For example, instead of driving to a location, people can resort to walking, biking, public transportation, carpooling, etc. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and hopefully we can all make a difference.